Magandang gabi po sa lahat. This is Coach Linin who empowering Pinoys, especially the 40s and above, to rebuild their health by gaining muscles. Kamusta po yung meals natin? Today is Wednesday, 7 p.m. in the Philippines. Kamusta yung weather natin dyan? Hope everyone is safe. Of course, kakagali lang, of course, yung sa bagyo. Others are still going through it. And hoping for safety for everyone. We'll talk about a very interesting topic. I will share to you my personal experience sa carnivore. That's why yung topic natin, we have a confession. And then, of course, warnings and tips if you want to start a carnivore lifestyle. So, very interesting yung topic natin. Let me know in the comment section below ano po yung meal natin so I can recognize you. If you're watching sa recorded natin, place your food there so that I can acknowledge you from time to time po. I'm reading all the comments as much as possible. We want to reply sa mga comments ninyo, but I'm scanning it so that we can make a topic based po sa needs at saka concerns ninyo. So we'll have a short video and after this, usap tayo. Have it. Hello po sa lahat. Again, paki-share po ng video natin ngayon so you can have your ebook completely free if you want to have the ebook for weight loss. Low carb fasting, you want to try it. You are a beginner sa low carb fasting, you may want to check our ebook. My only request is you share this video so we can spread the message more sa kapwa Pilipino natin. And then message me directly, I will give to you your ebook completely free. And then, of course, sa mga gustong workout, you don't have a guide yet, you may want to start working out without equipment. So we have a home workout 1.0. You may want to try this at home. Share this video, message me directly, and I will give to you your ebook completely free. So there you have it. Why I started in carnivore. So I will share to you some confession. What did I experience? Warnings at saka tips. So there you have it. But first and foremost, I'd like to say hi sa mga avid natin na listener dito, si Ma'am FJ Faiz. So hello ma'am, kamusta yung meal? Yung meal nyo is pork chunk stir fry. Imagine si Ma'am MJ, ito yung nakikita ko sa wall ko na yung akala ko yung nakikita ko mga 3 to 5 star hotel na plating. So grabe yung preparation. It speaks of your dedication ma'am, no? Sa pag-prepare, it takes time. So, salute po to you. Si Ma'am Rizali, na every time nakita ko yung biceps, inspiring kasi not everyone has that. Good evening to you. Chicken breast at saka Chinese broccoli. Okay, high in protein yan. So, good evening to you, Ma'am Rizali. And at the same time, Sir Jojo, kamusta yung meal mo, Sir Jojo? Great to have you here sa live talk natin. So, yun na nga, I started with carnivore as my own lifestyle. It worked for me, but disclaimer lang. First and foremost, carnivore diet is not for everyone. Clear po yun ha? So I won't recommend carnivore for everyone. Okay. Iba-iba po yung response sa katawan natin. Iba-iba din po yung need na katawan natin. So I won't recommend this for you. You have to check experts' advice to this. Again, I am not an expert on this area. This is purely from my experience, from the experience of my mentors, the experience of my student clients, from researchers. That is why I have decided to go for carnivore diet. But it is a wise advice if you consult your doctor, okay, medical advice, if you want to consider carnivore diet. Okay, so first and foremost, ano nga ba yung carnivore? So may ibang klaseng carnivore, no? So first and foremost, dito may tatlong options agad. When I say zero carb carnivore, ito yung pure animal lang. So that includes as well yung eggs at saka dairy, at saka seafood at the same time. Water, tea at saka coffee siya, yung zero carb carnivore. Yung carnivore diet, a carnivore keto, you can have this one, including yung healthy non-animal fats and oils, kaya ng olive oil at saka yung coconut oil. We have also avocado, and of course almond milk, especially yung unsweetened. We can also include yung zero carb keto. So this one may include sugar-free alternatives such as erythritol at saka stevia. So iba po yung way of doing carnivore. So others may include as well rice in their carnivore diet. So iba-iba, and there is no such thing as one rigid carnivore that is applicable to everyone. Depende din po sa lifestyle. So that's why you have to check this one. So as for me, iba din po yung carnivore ko. So it is custom-made based on my lifestyle. So first and foremost, when did I start yung carnivore lifestyle? After po ng bulking stage ko. When you say bulking, ito pong stage na nag-gain ako ng muscle mass and a bit of body fat at the same time kasi I'm bulking weight eh. So nag-add ako ng weight, and then after which I decided to lose fat. That's what we call cutting naman. So yung sa approach ko for losing fat, yung na-choose ko po na approach is carnivore, keto. Yun po yung na-choose ko na lifestyle. So how did I start with carnivore? First and foremost, scary siya. Bakit scary? Kasi we're not used to it eh. Most of our lives, we have been brainwashed. Okay, brainwashed, no? Na eating meat is bad. Tama po ba? Salt is bad. Eating fat will make you fat. Yun yung mga principle na pinapakinggan natin for most of our lives. So ikaw, kabago-bago mo sa carnivore, ano po yung response mo if you want to try this? So medyo kakatakot siya. So what I did, of course, nag-ask tayo ng professional advice. We asked the references, yung evidence, research-based, at saka nagtayo pa unti-unti. Doon tayo nag-start. So from being uninformed at saka misinformed about carnivore, nagtayo up until naging confident tayo dito sa carnivore. Before I shared it to anyone, I tried it myself kasi it's very important to, to speak what you practice. Tama ho, di ba? So, why did I start it? But yes, bakit kaya nag-start ako ng carnivore? But before that, I'd like to say hi dito kay Sir Elvin. Okay, one of my dedicated students, napaka-dedicated with family as well. So, great to see you, Sir Elvin. Kamusta yung workout natin? Walking stage si Sir Elvin this season. Watching from QC, Ma'am Alma Palencia. Kamusta yung workout natin? Ma'am Geraldine, I'm not sure why no audio. You may want to check the device natin. But great to see you here, Ma'am Geraldine Guzum. My avid star generous sender, Ma'am Teresa Di Pamilo. Good evening to you. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan sa Negros? So, there you have it. Bakit ako nagsimula sa carnivore? Well, I want to maintain yung losing fat na I won't deprive myself. There's a way kasi na mag-lose ka ng fat. Gusto mo magbawas ng timbang. Pero maraming approach doon. But I want na yung approach ko doon, hindi ko dinideprive yung self ko. At saka, yung cravings ko, kontrolado. Kasi po, yung number one na enemy mo, if you want to lose fat, is yung cravings mo. Tama ko, di ba? You want to fight yung cravings, especially sa gabi. Yun yung nag-attack usually yung cravings eh. So, I tried one diet from another up until na finalize ko to myself na okay to yung carnivore for me. That is why I started it. So, 3 things that you want to consider when you want to start it, and why did I start it personally. Again, I'm sharing this based on my personal opinion and experience. And then it is back again by research, yes, but I won't recommend it to anyone. That's a disclaimer, very, very important. So why did I start carnivore? First and foremost, it's very simple with meals. Very simple lang. Take a look I eat this one nung nag-vacation ako dun sa Bacolod. So this is how a usual carnivore plate looks like. So take a look, merong pork belly, merong shrimp, merong itlog, merong sisig, merong inasal, merong isol. Sa Bacolod, tawag namin isol dyan. So, high siya in protein, high din siya sa fat. Now, of course, this is not my usual meal. This is not my usual meal, but that's how yummy at saka, and vary yung ang option natin sa carnivore. It is not boring. Kasi maraming option eh. Tama ho, di ba? Maraming meat, maraming option sa eggs, maraming option how you cook eggs, maraming option sa fish at seafood. So, yung simplicity with meals, ang kinakain ko usually, itlog, hindi nawawala yan. Tuna, hindi nawawala. Manok, hindi nawawala. Pork, hindi nawawala yan. If may nagregalo, kumakain po tayo ng beef, but I eat beef, no? If walang magregalo sa akin, dun sa Sangyupsal, dun ako kumakain ng beef. I remember when Coach Daniel visited here sa Makati, of course, may nagregalo ng beef. Okay, parang 1 month supply ata, napakarami. So, dun ako naka-enjoy talaga ng beef. So, option yan, yung beef. Napaka-nutrient dense po ng beef. So, very simple na kasi siya. Yung preparation ko, usually pan-fry lang siya with a bit of butter, salt, tapos na. Doon sa air fryer ko, actually, I'm so thankful din. Thank Lord my air fryer. Kasi, number one, it saves me effort at saka time. What I do with my usual na meat, no, yung manok at saka pork, seasoning lang, tapos marinated, tapos I place it sa air fryer, 30 minutes. 30 minutes noon, nag-work ako noon. So, I mean, while nag-air fryer tayo, nag-work ako with my online work dito sa coaching natin. So, nakasave ako ng time, nakasave ako ng budget kasi minsan din, of course, air fryer very practical siya kasi you won't use oil na. So, extra expensive yung oil. At saka, of course, yung oil, especially if nag-lose ka ng fat, extra calories din kasi yung fat from the oil. So, very simple siya. Again, when we talk about carnivore, it also involves yung seafood, yung eggs, at saka butter. They're part of carnivore. Okay? So, not purely lang yung usual na meat natin. It involves seafood, it involves butter, it involves eggs. So, very, very abundant yung options natin. So, yun na nga yung kinain natin when I had a vacation sa Bacolod. Sinare ko po to sa 3 tao. So, baka magtaka kayo, bakit ang rami? Ako lang ba to nag-ubos? No po. Medyo matakaw po ako pero hindi ko kaya to. Okay, so nag-share po tayo with 3 people dito sa meal natin. So meron akong freedom when it comes to meal kasi abundant yung option natin sa carnivore. And plus, did you know yung chicken skin? From time to time, I chicken thigh at saka chicken breast at the same time. Siniswitch ko lang siya. Pero yung chicken skin, did you know, high siya sa collagen. That is why you will notice yung mga carnivore enthusiasts, yung skin nila nag-glow. Tama o, di ba? I'm not saying na ako po yun, pero usually, yung mga carnivore enthusiasts natin, yung skin nila nag-glow because of collagen. You will have it from yung bones ng chicken, yung skin niya. So, very, very practical yung meat. Okay? And then, of course, yung nutrients. That's the reason why I choose carnivore. Take a look, yung beef, napaka-dense sa nutrients. Yung eggs, napaka-dense sa nutrients. Lahat ng vitamins nandyan. Of course, except vitamin C. You have the pork, the chicken, you have the essential amino acids doon sa chicken. So, napaka-dense niya sa nutrients. And of course, my priority is protein. Saan ka makakita ng dense ng protein? Sa meat. Inferior po ang vegetables. Okay, sorry to tell you, sa meat. Mas dense talaga yung protein ng meat. Compare yung 100 grams ng chicken breast, okay, para makakuha ka lang 30 grams. Okay, research natin, ilang grams lang ang makukuha natin na protein kunwari sa broccoli. Okay, compare mo sa chicken breast. So, sobrang layo. That's why napaka-practical ng carnivore for me because of protein. And of course, dito sa WTG, sa coaching natin, very important yung protein when it comes to muscle gaining. Okay? Before I proceed sa number 2, I'd like to say hi to Ma'am Tess Caridad Badaos. Kamusta yung protein lean challenge natin? Okay, all the way na sa malapit na po yung 30th day natin. So, all the best sa lahat ng mga nag-join sa challenge natin. Number 2, control yung cravings ko. I remember when I was in high carb na diet with a lot of rice at saka, carbohydrates. After lunch, usually sluggish na ako. Gusto ko nang matulog. Gusto ko na mag-nap. Though I'm not saying it's not, and it's bad, no? But yung energy ko parang hindi ko siya kontrolado. I am a slave sa energy ko. Up and down siya. So, very sluggish ako, tapos up and down. Every time mag-eat ako ng high carb na meals, mag-up yung insulin. I feel energetic, tapos mag-crash siya. Once yung insulin levels mo mag-crash, that's where you feel yung cravings mo mag-iiba, yung energy mo mag-iiba. So, kakain ka naman ng high carb na meal. So, unstable siya. You depend on the rising and the crashing of carbohydrates. Dito, sa meat, sa carnivore, gradual, stable po yung energy ko. Even after lunch, yung energy ko the same thing sa energy ko ngayon. Okay. Yung energy ko po kanina, tanghali is the same with what I experience now, gabi. Okay, at 7:16 p.m. dito sa Philippines. So stable siya. And you want stability with your energy, especially if you are performing high athletic na mga high demanding na mga work, di ba? And of course, if you are working online, you want to preserve your energy as well na hindi ka nagde-depend sa up and down ng insulin spike at saka crashing mo. So right now, I can confidently say, I feel fuller for longer. Busog po ako. Hindi po ako maya-maya kain ng ganito, kain ng ganyan. I eat 2 meals a day. Of course, for special occasions lang. Kunwari dun sa vacation ko sa Bacolod, but there were times na may 3 meals ako kasi of course I had to indulge with local delicacies din. So totally okay. I'm not a slave with the rising and falling again of my insulin. So there you have it. Yung energy ko stable. I feel fuller for longer. I feel satisfied with what I eat. One of the benefits of carnivore, napaka-practical talaga. So that's number 2, controlled cravings. Number 3, and this is my favorite. My favorite to kasi I had intestinal discomfort, yung bloatedness, yung constipation, yung gas. Okay, this is my confession na. So again, I mentioned na when it comes to carnivore, I'm liberal. Okay, flexible po ako. Mondays to Fridays, strict po yan. Okay, 2 meals a day, carnivore. I eat pork, fish, eggs, chicken. Okay, pork, yun po yung kinakain ko usually. On weekends, whatever life offers me, I eat it. Kasi I eat out with friends. I go to church, and after church, of course, merong dine out. So, ano yung options dyan? Okay po ako. And I can confidently say, and that's totally okay with me kasi flexible yung katawan ko. Metabolically flexible po yung katawan ko. And again, iba-iba po yung capacity ng katawan natin to utilize yung extra energy from our meal. So, of course, if you have type 2 diabetes, if you're into healing right now, I won't recommend that kind of flexibility as well. Okay? Kasi, yung goal mo and your priority is healing. Tama ko, di ba? But if you are metabolically flexible, meaning you have enough muscle mass, yung katawan mo is able, okay, to cope with a lot of options sa meals. So, nangyari po din sa vacation ko sa Bacolod, very lax po yung meals ko. So, kumain po ako ng mga delicacies doon, and that involves yung ramen, and of course, may carbs yun. It also involves some desserts doon sa Bacolod. Imagine na yung Bacolod is the sugar capital. Imagine, maraming sweets doon, at saka yung mga desserts. So, nag-indulge talaga ako doon. At saka pinagplanuhan ko po yun. Okay? Before I had that decision to eat some extra carbs, I made to it na I won't regret it. I will enjoy it. That should be the principle every time you eat. No guiltiness, no condemnation. You have to enjoy and be proactive. Meaning to say, I have decided to eat this. I won't regret eating this. Kasi yung nangyari sa iba, after they eat, that's where they feel guilty. Kinain mo na eh. So, you have to enjoy every bite of it. Okay? So, stress kasi yun kapag, you call it cheat meal at saka you may regret after you eat. So, nawala yung tinatawag natin na happiness with your meal. So, may na-feel po ako na gas at saka yung gassy at saka yung constipation on the 7th day of my vacation. Kasi nag-overindulge po ako. That's my confession. So, I have decided to do it. And again, as I've mentioned, I won't recommend it to anyone. After which, nawala yung constipation after 2-3 days. So, I'm back sa track. And in-enjoy ko po yung yung indulgence ko dun sa bacolod with my meal. So, nawala yung constipation after I go back sa carnivore ko na lifestyle at saka routine. Okay? So, ano po yung tips natin if you want to start? Sino po yung gusto mag-start ng carnivore? Type in the comment section, beginner's guide. Again, maraming tips on how to start, when to start, at saka why will you start it. Again, I will speak based on my experience. So, tips if you want to start carnivore lifestyle. Number 1, you need to have enough electrolytes. Did you know po yung mga ninuno natin, okay, ancestors natin, of course, they have traces na yung lifestyle nila is carnivore. Meat, tapos a few berries siguro sa boxes. Pero based sa history, yung ancestors natin, carnivore. They hunt. Di ba? To eat. Okay. So, anong nangyari sa kanila, yung tubig nila, they drank from the river. Of course, yung river meron siyang electrolytes, mga minerals. During that time, yung river po, of course, malinis. Okay. Of course, ngayon, I won't recommend na pumunta ka sa river at saka mag-inom doon. But of course, my principle here is enough electrolytes. You can have it from salt, sodium, from potassium, you have magnesium, you can have supplementation if you feel kulang. Mayroon tayong homemade electrolytes that you can take. But of course, number 1 that I want to recommend as well, do not neglect your sodium intake. Do not restrict yourself from salt. Of course, meron tayong tinatawag na sa low carb, it's a common knowledge to eat, to have sodium, tama? But others, merong tinatawag na kaba, okay? Takot pa sa asin, okay? Sa sea salt. Again, this one is very important for water retention, yung energy natin, at saka yung up and down ng energy natin, very important yung sodium. So, do not be afraid of salt, yung sodium natin. You have to be intentional with it. A pinch, lagay mo sa tubig, solve ka na. You can also have the pink Himalayan salt. Meron akong supply dito. Shout out to one of my students, Kathleen, for delivering to me yung pink Himalayan salt. So, napaka-rich with a lot of minerals as well. So, enough electrolytes, number 1. Number 2, enough omega-3s. So, ito po nangyayari kasi, meron tayong omega-3, meron tayong omega-6. Usually, sa usual diet natin, mas mataas si omega-6 kaysa sa omega-3. If mas mataas po si omega-6, omega-3, of course, may imbalance siya. And at the same time, highly inflammatory po yun. So, as much as possible, you want to level up din yung omega-3 mo. On the scale of ratio, no? Usually, yung ratio ng omega-6 sa omega-3 na kinakain natin, okay, is 20:1. Okay, 20:1 and even 30:1. So, meaning to say, 20 times or even 30 times more yung consumption natin ng omega-6 kaysa sa omega-3. So, a large gap between those two EPA, DHA. So, very important to be intentional with omega-3. You can have it from fish. You can have it sa supplementation. So, omega-3, very important, not just for your heart, not just for your brain, but also to level up as well yung ratio nyo sa omega-6 kasi medyo mataas po yung consumption natin ng omega-6. Okay? So, number 3, do it gradually. Okay. Transitioning sa carnivore takes time. And of course, for most of our life, di ba, hindi tayo carnivore. Because dun sa food pyramid na binigay sa atin, naalala ko nung elementary pa ako, usually from grade 1 to grade 6 na makikita mo yung food pyramid talaga sa classroom mo. Of course, makikita mo sa bottom yung carbohydrates, which should be your priority doon sa food pyramid that has been recommended by US FDA, tapos of course nakarating sa Philippines, and we have followed it. That's why it is not our usual na lifestyle. Okay, so transitioning to carnivore takes time kasi bago siya sa atin for majority of people. So transition takes time. Yung mistake lang is you quit too soon. Na after mo na-feel yung ganito, after mo narinig yung ganito, after sabi ni ganito, na kinabahan ka na agad, so walang enough foundation, nag-change ka na agad. So walang tinatawag na commitment. So for some, if you want to see results sa carnivore, it takes 4 to 8 weeks. Based sa observation ko, based din sa observation ng mga students ko na nag-try ng carnivore, it takes 4 to 8 weeks of strict carnivore to notice results. Okay, and then of course you can uh, experience na smooth na road when you try carnivore kasi from person to person iba din kasi yung response sa katawan natin. So meron iba na merong diarrhea at saka merong tinatawag na constipation sa first week or two nila na pag-try ng carnivore. So heads up lang, you might experience the same thing. But of course, iba-iba yung response sa katawan natin. Meron iba, hindi nila na-experience yung constipation or diarrhea. Meron naman, merong first week at saka second week. Pero yung explanation nandito is yung gut bacteria natin, reassemble. Kasi of course, yung katawan natin hindi used sa walang carbohydrates. Okay? It has been accustomed sa carbohydrates. Yung gut bacteria natin has been accustomed of receiving carbohydrates. So when you take carnivore as your lifestyle, of course, may rearrangement lang, which is temporary. Okay? Temporary po yun. After ng 2 weeks, after ng 14 days, usually adapted yung katawan mo so you can push through yung sa carnivore mo na option. Okay? So again, I like to give this important tip. The best program for you and for me is the program that you can follow. Not because Coach Linin who advised you to do this or maybe by a doctor like this, si Coach ganito, sinabihan ka ganito. The best program for you is the one that you can stick to, which is sustainable for you, simple for you, and sensible for you. When I say sensible, it is backed by evidence and science. I'm not saying you follow any kind of diet. It should be sensible at the same time. So at the end of the day, as well, yung name of the game, consistency. Okay? At saka flexibility. Kasi from time to time, there are changes. So there's no such thing as one program that is applicable to anyone. Okay? If merong tao na nag-hype sa inyo na yung ganitong program lang yung only applicable to you, most likely that's pure marketing. So you have to use your discernment as well. Ano pong best po sa inyo? Kasi at the end of the day, that's your own body. Flexibility at saka consistency. There you have it. I'd like to give a quick shout out sa lahat natin ng mga live na viewers. Hello to you. Ma'am Rufina Yalong Malari, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Kasama po yung profile pic nun na may magagandang bulaklak. Ma'am Ligaya, good evening to you. Kamusta po yung workout natin? Coach, good evening, Ma'am Liza. Of course, nag-send si Ma'am Liza, one of my committed students. Special shout out to you. Nag-send sa kanina mga workouts niya. Napakaganda ng effort. Makikita natin yung effort doon. So, great to have you here, Ma'am Liza. And to you, Ma'am Evelyn Divina. Best way to control cravings? That's your question, I think. The best way to control cravings is to make yourself satisfied. And 2 ways to do that. You can take good fat, enough good fat, at saka protein. Okay? And then, by having these two, you will feel fuller for longer naturally. Okay? Naturally. So, I like to address this question as well. If you have this, no? And then if you commit to this, most likely, you will experience transition sa fat as fuel. Kasi in carnivore, you will use fat as fuel. That's why we call it ketones. Ketones is the energy converted to by your body. So there are 2 sources of fuel our body use. Carnivore, of course, will use fat as fuel. Yung sa usual na high carb diet, they will use carbohydrates as fuel. So, quick lang na story. Kahapon, my sister messaged me if she can drop by kasi wala siyang time magluto. So tower 3 ako dito sa unit namin, tapos sa kabilang unit siya, tower 2. So na-message siya if she can drop by and then check my meals. So dun, nag-try siya dito ng meals ko, tapos nagluto ako ng air fried chicken, tapos itlog. So yung kinain niya, the same thing ng kinain ko. And then after which I asked her, together with her friend na gusto mag-low carb din, okay? So I asked her after my meals, kamusta yung feeling ng ganitong pagkain? Do you feel full? Sabi niya, I feel fuller than what I accustomed to eat kung high carb diet. Even her friend is about to purchase yung air fryer kasi gusto niya mag-try ng low carb din. So, yun yung example when it comes to fuller for longer. I'd like to invite all of you to join us sa meet and greet natin sa Cebu, August 29, dito sa Vienna Cafe House, Bonifacio District, dito sa Cebu. This place is nearby lang sa reception ni Dr. Grace Rojo because we will attend the reception dun sa Cebu. If you are in the area as well, I'd like to invite you sa meet and greet natin, 900, and it will directly go to you. Kasi yung 900 mo will be used sa registration mo sa lunch. Of course, you will eat that high carb. High protein pala. High protein na lunch. At saka meron kang WTG shirt. At saka meron kang surprises na doon natin may experience sa meet and greet natin. If you want to reserve your slot, you may want to reserve it now kasi tomorrow is the deadline. Again po, yung deadline natin sa meet and greet sa Cebu will be tomorrow, August 25. And then, of course, if you have not followed this page yet, Dinin Who, that is my page. I announce some important live talks here randomly. So make sure to follow this page. And then if you're in need of one-on-one program where I will coach you with your meal plan, with your nutritional plan, and with your workout plan, I have few spots left for my coaching. So you may want to grab it. Let me know if you want to be guided with our coaching programs at WTG. And then these are our shirts. Not a victim, but a victor. Do removes the doubt. Meron po tayong shirts na ganito. And then, of course, this is in partnership with Chalo Philippines, our charity beneficiary. So the proceeds will go to the street children. There you have it. Thank you everyone for joining me here sa live natin. Hello to you, Ma'am Geraldine. Yes, you're welcome. My pleasure. And Ma'am Prasi Bautista Yagyagat. Nakakatapos lang ng orientation natin kanina. I'm so excited to work with your goals, ma'am, at saka working out together. Ma'am Prasi Yagyagan. And hello to you, Ma'am Tess. Malapit na matapos yung Prolin Challenge. Yes. So, malapit na natin i-announce din yung winners natin na makakatanggap ng cash prize sa top 1, which is 5,000 pesos. At saka, of course, other prices din sa top 2 at saka top 3. Thanks and happy to help. Sir Albin, for additional learning, you will proceed sa 2.0 program natin. So looking forward to that and for our new orientation, Sir Albin. All the best to you and to your family. Ma'am Edeline, kamusta yung workout natin? Good evening. All the best to you and your family. Hello again sa mga participants natin sa ProLean. All the best sa inyo. Few days left. Gambate kudasai. All the best sa inyo. There you have it. See you again sa live natin. We'll have it every Monday, Wednesday, and we have every Friday as well collaboration with some coaches. All the best to you. God bless you. And happy lifting. Goodbye.